gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to another Fair Shake episode. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Fats, aka the Beast, and now moving on to my co-host.
What's up, everybody? Hope you guys enjoy this episode. It's Killer Ghost, and on to the next host.
Good morning, everybody. Good evening, everybody, and good night. Today will be my last time on the Fair Shake podcast. Felipe Savage will have a permanent seat going forward. And so let's just chop it up. I just want to leave with good vibes, good times, good energies. Now on to the show. So I've said some questionable things over the last 2 years that we've done the Fair Shake podcast. I went through almost all the episodes, just listening to some notable ones. And one that sticks out to me is me eating apple avocado like an apple. So just your take on that, guys. Just your take on that. That was one thing. Our very first episode, we had spoke about different things. Everybody came with topics, and my topic was something that happened to you while traveling, and it was about me being on a train and this guy like basically sitting on me and getting upset. Another episode that I enjoyed was what would we do with $1 million? And Felipe Savage kept saying, "Oh no, that's a lot of money. You could survive off of that." We was going back and forth, back and forth. One of my favorite episodes is Put 'em in a Coffin. So that was one of our first times that we actually shot live. Well, not live, but with actual video format. And I have it here. Let me just open it up real quick. I have it here, and it was actually, it was different because you guys kind of got to see us talking also at the same time. It kind of matched up when any of us was on screen. You got to see like a person playing or doing something. Another one was our first time of eating hot ones that we did the Truth or Dab, and that was a fun one.
Facts.
I definitely enjoyed that one. And afterwards, I remember the pain that I endured afterwards. Damn it. I had it here set up on my. Just give me a moment. Oh, here it goes. Boom. Okay. So let me see if I can share the screen. Screen share screen right here. Share. So can you see this? The screen I'm sharing right now at the moment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So here we have Fats playing third base. Oh no, I think he just hit the ball. Oh no, somebody just hit.
For me,
So-
it's showing you.
It's
Oh,
showing
Yeah.
YouTube
Oh, yeah. It's
page.
just showing the YouTube, not the
Oh.
video itself.
Hold on. Let me pause this.
For audio listeners, this is the softball vid we're watching. The softball
okay.
episode.
Let me share again. Share this one. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, so I see the field and everything, right?
Yep.
All right, so here we have in the back we have Chris playing third baseman coach. I can't tell who's this. Oh, that's Philip. Philip's up to bat. You can tell his stance.
Who's that? An umpire though.
We got Pablo here. All right, so right here you got Fats umping, and then Savage in the background umping for the ump, probably saying some slick shit. You guys don't see me on camera right now because I'm the one that was actually recording. And what I went with this, I wanted to give it I remember when I did this recording, I wanted to give it that old school, like, you remember those old video camera videos?
Yeah.
Like I liked it that few. I didn't want to keep it clean. I wanted to keep it a little bit different. This is one of our guests that we had, my younger brother, baby's older brother, Savage's older brother, Nudie. Everybody said that he got his wardrobe out of a bum's closet.
I
Every
picked the
time-
squad, man.
Every time he used to hit the ball, he used to be like, "Cometelo," or or something like that. And
I had
I
the
rem-
squad, bro.
this was one of my I enjoyed this one because again we say some questionable things while we're talking, and again we got to just looking back at the times that we had, just playing, and even we took it back from softball this year, because it was always hard to get people on board, or if not, we always started late. But I guess this particular day, excuse me, we was all on time and we all just had a good day. You guys can see that we had
This man hit the fucking bomb.
us.
Probably. This looks like a early spring kind of day, like maybe a March. Cause I still see people with like long sleeves and
Mhm.
stuff.
There ain't no leaves on the trees.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
another dead giveaway right there.
Look at Nudie dancing.
I mean, these were good times. These were good times for sure. But I got a couple questions to ask the man.
Go
The
ahead.
man, the myth, the legend himself, Pro Dowdy, ladies and gentlemen, has done so much behind the scenes work for the Fair Shake podcast leading up to this very moment. I'm pretty sure after this one, he'll go edit it out and put it up for you guys to watch. Shout out to Pro for doing that and holding it down for 2+ years. I got to ask you, with the whole farewell last podcast, are you gonna miss it?
So that's something that I thought about frequently. I thought about it a few times. Let me stop sharing. Let's get back here. I thought about frequently, and honestly, I do enjoy the cast. It's just that right now, currently in my life, personally, I got an opportunity that I cannot pass up. You understand? An opportunity that I will be more busier than usual, and I'd love to allocate my time to my career. You understand? Um, I've always enjoyed when we spoke freely, when nothing was ever like, "Hey, we got this topic, we got this topic, we got this topic." You understand? Because when we free talk, it was always, it was spontaneous. The conversation could go anywhere. You understand? And the dedicated listeners that we do have, you understand? Because we have a group that listens to us on YouTube, and we have a group that listens to us on the actual audio services. You understand? And for what it's worth, I would like to thank you guys. I want to thank each and every one of you that's listened to us, including me up to this point, and continue to support the guys. You understand? There's a great cast here. There's great energy. You understand? Everybody works well off of each other. Now, going forward, for the meantime, I need to solidify myself in my field that I'm working on right now. And like I mentioned to Chris, January I'll have a more concrete answer of what I'd like to do, regarding the cast. I've always kept everything on the cast simple. I've always kept editing very simple. I've never done, you understand, anything that's out of the realm of possibility. I always added an intro, an outro. You understand? I cut out the word that I've never said to this day on screen, and everything was always at its simplest. So for me to take 30 extra minutes after we're done recording to just do those things was never an issue. You understand? I know that outside of the cast, outside of the this, we also have another group that we play Hero Clicks with, and I'm gonna see you guys there because the weekends I'm still open on the weekends. You understand? The times that we do get to play online, I'm reluctant to get New World for undisclosed reasons. But last night I had a fairly good time playing Back for Blood. You understand? And although we was playing on the easiest difficulty just to get our feet wet, you understand? Going forward, I expect for us to play on a harder difficulty. I want to see how stressed we're gonna be. You understand? The arguments we're gonna have. You always leaving us behind. You understand? Getting shot in the back. But yeah, to answer your question, of course I'm gonna miss it. I love you guys all equally. You understand? I wish that we had, yeah, equally. I'm sorry, you want me to love you more than everybody else?
I mean,
You understand?
give me a 1%.
You
Damn.
understand? I at one point there was 5 of us. You understand? I loved the cast. I know you always gave pushback because you didn't want more than X amount of guests on screen. You understand? But it actually worked. You understand? And the people that we've had, the friends, the family, Chris's brother Steven, I absolutely love having him on the show. You understand? I think he's great. Juju, we had an episode where we had the dab with him, right? But then it turned into like a courthouse, right? Because Fats had to call his mom to get the proof of who did what, and the hilarity was over the top. You understand? And I'll never say that we didn't have some good episodes. You understand? And for the most part, the people that we've had on screen, they were always good. They always brought something. One time we had Nuri when he was first. I think he was like one of the first few ones that he was sweating bullets on screen. He was like, "Where you recording in the sauna?" You understand?
Yeah.
And the people that we've waited to have on the cast, like Pablo, Jay, Fat's younger brother. You understand? Pablo, a good friend of ours that we play softball. Hero plays, grew up with him. You understand? There's still a good chunk of people that will definitely bring something to the show when y'all bring them on. You understand? Is that to say that it will diminish you guys? By no means. But I do think that you understand that diversity amongst the members is necessary. You understand? Because always agreeing on one thing is never good. You understand? That was the whole purpose of the Fair Shake podcast. I'm never going to forget sitting up against the handball wall, the PP wall, right? For those that know the story. And we was like, hey, we always talking wild stuff. We always saying this and that and crazy stuff. And it birthed this thing that we've cultivated. You understand? We've have our own logo. You understand that we sat down, spoke about. Chris and I was looking for free use music to start an intro with. You understand? All those things were good. You understand? And Fats was one of the first ones to curate a Fair Shake hat. You understand? And then a shirt after that, and gifted it to all of us. I still wear that shirt regularly. You understand? Because I'm proud of something that we've done. You understand? And again, for the listeners that we do have, you understand, they're not vast, they're not in the thousands, you understand, but the dedicated few that we do have that always ask us, hey, what's this, when we're going to talk about this, when you guys are going to talk about that. I actually got a text message, yo, what's up with cornflakes being not cornflakes, what's up with Frosted Flakes being an S tier? That's just sugar coated cornflakes. And I'm like, hey, comment that in the YouTube, because it's kind of difficult sometimes, you understand, because we can't gauge, when somebody sends it to us individually, you understand, because for that case, let's say you have a person that goes to me and tells me something, to Chris, to Fats, to you, and everybody has something different, but they don't put that in the comments. And that's something that I always wanted, was for people to discuss in the comments, because sometimes you get better feedback when everybody sees it, and it's not this like, oh yeah, he maybe might have said that, or he's just talking through someone else. You understand? Damn. And I think those conversations are necessary. Those, hey, comment down here, always bring it, to everyone's attention, because, we could always bounce back off that feedback. We could always talk off that feedback. We've had many tier lists. One of the most controversial tier lists that we had was the video game one. That this one over here, Savage, was like, I'm just gonna be different, and I'm gonna put Final Fantasy VII at like number 52. You understand? out of spite. And goddamn, and obviously it's not there. I don't believe
My
it's
boy
there, and a
put
lot of
Crystal
people.
Chronicles at like 99.
You
Come
understand?
on.
You know, and those tier lists sparked controversy and sparked actual conversation. But I wish it was always in the comments and not messaged to everybody. You understand, separately. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So another question, because this is your farewell again, ladies and gentlemen. This is possibly the last time you would ever see Pro on the Fair Shake as a regular member. Maybe he'd come in due time as a guest, but a question I have a couple questions in front of me, guys. For Pro, if you guys have any questions to ask him, feel free. But like, what's the future for Pro? What is Pro's thing? Because you talk about your dream job, you talk about that, you can't pass up this opportunity, and I really want the fans to know that you're not just leaving them, you're not just getting up and walking away. This is actually you. If anything, you went going from a war turtle to a Blastoise. Am I correct?
absolutely.
So
So
I would
I have
yeah.
I have a few things lined up that I've always had at the back of my mind. Just doing a segment of myself, face cam, of just talking about a game in particular. You understand? Because gaming is a big part of my life. I'm not pervy to doing reviews because I always kind of feel like that's just opinion based. You understand? If you sit me down to review New World, I'm gonna tell you, you understand, how I honestly feel. You understand? Not having played it, just by watching it, you understand? But if I take my time to play these things, that's only my opinion. You understand? I don't know how much my opinion, anybody actually takes into consideration. Now, I've thought about doing like a face cam. You understand? Where it's a simple setup. I got a green screen. I got all this stuff. You understand? All this equipment that I can use, and just doing like a 10-minute, 15-minute segment of just talking about, whatever, like not like a vlog, but like getting that news out more sooner than later. You understand? So when it comes to YouTube, I've been part of YouTube now over 6 years. This is not my first rodeo. Um, Before the Fair Shake podcast, I had started Can't Stop Gaming with another group of friends. Actually, which is ironic enough, um, when we started that, we was one of the very few groups that there was a group of people talking about games. You understand? And um, it was conflicting schedules, ideas that always clashed, and sometimes it's always deadlines is a big issue when it comes to YouTube. When you have a fan base that already knows, you know okay, I expect them to drop a video Tuesday and Thursday, and those videos are not coming out, it kind of gets hard. And this is why I appreciate the viewers that we have now. The Friday has become one of the best days for us because shout outs to Cold Machine. This guy is I don't want to drop first names. This guy, he was Chris's and Fat's friend first before Chris introduced us to us on PUBG, and then we played Battlefield with him. And I remember him saying, like, I listen to you guys on Fridays on my car ride home. You understand? So there's a group there that likes to listen to it. So back to answer you. So like I said, this is not my first rodeo. I was part of CSG, which is Can't Stop Gaming. And there, if you guys go back enough, I had a segment called I think it was Darius Corner. You understand? Because I was going by my first name at the time. And I think that's what it was. And people enjoyed it. They liked it. I thought it was cool. And I thought about bringing that here to the Fair Shake, but again, there's not enough time in the day. Basically, that's what it winds down to. You understand? And then after Can't Stop Gaming, I had worked on your stuff for you. When you had started your own channel, I had did that edit for you. It was the getting to know you. It was getting to know you video. You understand? So like I've always had a hand in some kind of, god damn it, in some kind of YouTube related thing, you know. And then after that, I started my Twitch channel. I used to have a pretty decent following of like 50 people, but that's because at the time I was fake speed running Dead Rising, I think 3, the one that came out for the Xbox One when it first dropped. I used to fake speed run that game, and I had like a small little following that they would watch me, and I did that for a while. So what I'm doing now personally is in media, it's in film, it's in TV, it's in all that. You understand? So I'm always gonna be part of the YouTube community. It's just that my, you know, where I last is like a little blip, like a little dot under this fine line. You understand? And the little dent that I make is honestly really minuscule. So I don't see myself fully leaving, but you know, I definitely don't mind coming back.
All right.
I have a
Anybody
question
have
for
an?
you.
Oh, go ahead. Go for it.
So you talking and you reminiscing about all the episodes that we've done in the past, and the only thing that could come to mind is the first time we actually met was for my first game night. I
Yeah.
remember y'all put me in the group chat, and it was us plus Kev, and they told me your name, and I was you're gonna have to bleep this out, but there's no other way I can say it. I told you there's no way I'm gonna call another nigga daddy.
I know.
And then they like everybody, this is daddy. And I'm like, who the fuck is daddy? I don't know who the fuck this is. And they pretty much hinted, for you, to be invited, which I didn't know you, so if
Yeah, I had to get vetted. I remember.
yeah, so if Lee vouched for you, then I was good with it. And then when you finally showed up, we bonded, and I tell you, you gotta pass the initiation where you had to take 5 shots back to back with me, and I was good, but from the stories I hear after that day, you was sauced up.
Yeah, because so for the listeners out there, Fats is 100% right. This is a complete true story. Savage was like, "Hey, I'm supposed to go to this game night with some friends, yada yada yada. Do you want to get down?" So I said, "Yeah, sure. I want to be invited." Right. So he tells me, he's like, "Yo, don't eat because they cook a lot, they make a lot." And last time, my younger brother, his older brother, Anudi, was like, he showed up, didn't eat nothing, didn't bring, like, he brought what was it you said, a granola bar or something?
Granola bar for
You understand?
himself.
And I didn't want to be that guy. So I remember, I think I brought a bottle, right? I had asked, "Hey, what is it that y'all drink?" And I believe I brought a bottle, right? And I had walked in, gave everybody the pound hug, and I remember distinctively, Fast goes, "All right, let's all get in a circle, and this is it." And I'm like, "Oh, it was 5 or 6 shots," but I know I said I'm gonna add one more, so y'all know that I'm down, right? And that was the worst mistake of my life, because afterwards I was like, "Doo-doo-doo." Like, that's how it was, legit. I remember that day, like, in and out in spurts. I know at one point I was like, "Yo, is everybody actually here?" Because that's how wrecked I was, because I showed up on an empty stomach. You understand? Somebody brought, oh, that's the day I spent $40 on ice, because Homeboy was supposed to get ice, and I picked it up in Rite Aid. I remember that. And I had,
To get ice in our cups.
and I had got your mic is kind of like wonky right now. And I had got a case of Coors Lights. I was like, "Oh, we're gonna play beer pong," and he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna play beer pong." Didn't play beer pong. And then
I thought we did. Didn't we play it in one of the?
and another,
not the
yeah.
second one.
Your mic is messed up. Fat.
And I was like, I'm definitely. Somebody was like, "Oh, take them home." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm definitely not taking them home." I wasn't one of those. I'm not one of those kind of people. Bring something nobody uses, so I'm taking it home. I'm like, nah, fuck that. I ain't carrying that. But 100% facts is true. I was sauced. Rumor has it that Savage claims I was started crying downstairs, which I didn't. But
Rumor?
I believe it.
Rumor? That boy was like this,
There's
ladies and
also-
gentlemen. Let me give them the pro. He was like, yo, those guys are cool. Those guys are real cool. Thank you for showing me them. And he's like, crazy the game up, man. And he was crying. And I'm like, and I'm literally, I'm carrying him like a baby, guys. I'm carrying him like a baby. No. And I'm like, yo, just get in your Uber. Get in your Uber. Just get in your Uber. He was like, can I come back? Do you think they like me? Yo. Crying, ladies and gentlemen, crying. Listen, nothing but good times that night, though. 100%.
We forgetting one thing. He took something else with him. It was all the fucking chicken wings that he ate. They were all in his
oh
stomach.
my god, guys, I must have ate at least 30, 40 chicken wings just out of starvation alone, and try to sober myself up. And I probably had a hangover until like Monday morning.
At least you ate, and then they bring your own granola bar. And the
Fact.
comment that I made earlier, at least Leap was in charge of the ice, and I'll bring in the cups because we made that mistake before.
Oh man, that's a story for another time, I think. Or a story that will never be told because it was a bad time. Let's just say that.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I
Let's just
had
say
to bring it
Leap is
up.
never in
Sorry.
charge of cups again. That's all we're
Ever.
gonna say.
Just put me on paper plate duty.
Nah, but we had some good time. The second game night, you didn't show up, and me and Fats went undefeated in beer. Like at one point, we was
Oh, that
doing
was when
we was doing
Yeah, I played.
trick shots. We was doing trick shots, getting it in the same cup, and people was like, "Nah, you gotta get them off. Separate them off teams." That's how sick
Yeah.
it was.
We're the champs. Still.
And then
as I recall.
reigning defending.
And we were still champs while they were cheating. Let's put that out there.
The elbows over the
Let's-
table.
The elbows over the table, leaning forward like
the fish shake dinner was another funny one because Savage won't ever let me live it up. I got free cat ribs.
You couldn't think of any smaller animal. It had to be a cat.
Bro,
Them
them
ribs.
ribs.
this big.
Yo.
I think I was
Those
the only
rib-
one who had, honestly. I might have been the only one who actually ate them.
No, but the thing is, viewers, listeners, like the way my boy Pro said it, he was like, "Yo, my butcher, he's throwing, he's
And
throwing
what's
a rack
and
of
what's his
ribs.
name? And what's his name?
Yo, my butcher Harvey.
There you
doing a
go.
rack of-
There
he
you
doing
go.
Yo, and he'd say doing a rack of ribs. Y'all like ribs? We like, yeah, we love ribs. Yo, we get this rack of ribs. Yo, this is the rack of ribs. This is the rack, yo.
For viewers
I'm
listening,
thinking,
the size of his penis.
God, come on. I'm a grower. I'm a grower, man. Come on.
What-
But yeah, yo.
Another
Come
thing
on.
the listeners don't know is Pro's meat guy, his whatever, his butcher is also his barber. Just letting you know, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, right.
And his second son's godfather.
Imagine with Schmeat on my chest.
Hey yo.
What?
Wait.
All right,
a
ladies
minute.
and gentlemen, we're at the 5-minute mark. I've had nothing but the best time with these fine gentlemen. I could never say that there wasn't an episode where I wasn't upset with, because I felt, the episodes that we did have, the times that we did back-to-back episodes, trying to do a deadline, trying to make sure, we had something, to air. I remember I had 1 week where I did it solely by myself. um I don't know how to say, you know, I'm glad I got to share this experience. Um, I think that whoever they bring on in the future, um, will definitely they don't have to fill a huge seat because my seat isn't that big. Um, you know, and that's it. If you guys have anything else to say, I think we this is a great closing time.
Listen, I actually do. First and foremost, for me and the guys, you know, you'll always have a seat at the high table. You know, you're always welcome back any time you want. You know, you're always going to be a founding member of the Fair Shake podcast. But ladies and gentlemen, to the viewers, to the listeners, we, the Fair Shake podcast, will be announcing today that we are going to be going into the new year with a new style, a new way of casting. We are going to be bringing you guys multiple outlets of content. We're talking about streams. We are talking about podcasting, content like just flowing nonstop. So we will be ending season 2 of the Fair Shake podcast here, and we will be back this coming year in 2022. So stay on the lookout for that. We have so many things planned. Myself, Fats, aka the Beast, and Chris, aka Killer, we're gonna be pouring out the content. So please stay on here. We might go dark for a little bit, but stay on the Twitters, stay on the Instagrams, and keep out a lookout for anything that we may be dropping soon. But again, you know, Pro, you're more than welcome to hop back in when you know the timing is right. I think that this episode might go down as the best episode ever. I think talking with you guys, and especially, you know, just getting to see where Pro is evolving to. It is like that that Pokemon you do start with that, you know, sometimes you gotta let it go. It's like that Pidgeot that, you know, Ash Ketchum had to let go. Killer, Pastor, you guys have anything to say?
You could go first, Fat.
It's been a blast, honestly. Even though I wasn't on the first couple episodes, you know, you guys.
I advocated for you. I fought for you. Ask Chris, and someone down here was like, "It's too much."
Sometimes you gotta try it to know it's great, and it was a great thing to do. So you were saying.
So it's been a ride, and you know, I wish you the best, and hope you have nothing but success. And like Philippe said, we always gonna be here, you know, and we're gonna be on the Hero Clicks. Hopefully, Leap show up. But yeah, this ain't the end of our brotherhood. This is just a temporary vacation.
Um, from me, obviously, thank you for everything you did and have done for the podcast. All the editing and stuff you did, all of that, no questions asked. Um, you know, you always carried a bunch of the episodes as well. So I thank you for that. Like everybody said, there's not like it's goodbye, like we never gonna
No,
see
it's
you. We're
not.
gonna see you in real life or whatever, you know. You're always welcome back, however, in any capacity you want to come back. But like Leap said before we go, next year we're gonna take a little break for now, but Fair Shake is gonna be back. We're gonna have a lot of different things. It's still gonna be a podcast. We're gonna do streams here and there. We're gonna do IRL stuff. We got a lot of stuff lined up, so don't think we're going away. You know, we're just taking a little break, trying to set up, you know, new things for you guys, and on to bigger and better things, man, for everybody here.
So I'd like to close this one out by saying thank you to all the loyal listeners, to all the devoted listeners, to everyone who stood by us. Please continue to listening to these fine gentlemen next year when they come back with season 3. Good morning, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Whatever time you guys are listening to this, and good night.